Oyster season is in full swing here in Georgia. This morning, Tracy McMahon joins us from CoCo's Sunset Grill on Tybee Island for more on preparing a Georgia oyster roast and enjoying a weekend on the coast. Good morning, Tracy.
Good morning.
Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
These smell awesome, and I know that probably makes me a little weird for saying that this early in the morning, but I love oysters. So we're talking about preparing a Georgia oyster roast. What exactly is that?
Absolutely. With the chill in the air this morning, I'm excited it's kind of chilly outside because that really helps us get excited about oyster season. So we today have got some of our local oysters. The oysters from the Gulf, I think everybody's much more familiar with, and those are the single pretty ones, and we certainly have plenty of those, but these are our local oysters. They come a little bit more in clusters. We got those right out of the creek. And as the water temperature is cooling off, they're going to get bigger and plumper. So starting in the next couple of weeks, you're going to see oyster roasts all over Tybee Island. It's a great time to visit Tybee. The holidays, it's a great thing to do with families, and we start kicking it off at the restaurant we're going to do a big one on November 9th for the Rock and Roll Marathon.
So this is kind of a special occasion type of thing. This is not something you do every day or all year long. This is a special occasion.
It's much more fun for the special occasions because you could get big groups of people. They stand around a table. You steam them for about 5-10 minutes. You want them a little bit open just so you could crack them right open, and everybody can just share in. And for people who've never had them before, the person next to you is more than happy to teach you to shuck, show you how to. A lot of people like fresh horseradish on it, squeeze a lemon juice.
Okay, and you're going to teach me how to shuck. Well, I kind of already know how to shuck, but you're going to show us.
I'm going to show you, yes, how to shuck this morning.
Okay.
Once a lot of people like them a little more cooked, so we steam them a little bit more open.
And does that mean they just open up a little bit more when you steam them more? Okay.
And then it'll open up a little bit more, and they won't be quite as juicy. So you want to get the knife into one of the little spots that's already open. Get it in. You need a really good oyster knife with a heavy handle, otherwise the oyster will break it. You just take the knife in a shell like that, crack it open, just like that. Ooh. Pull it, and look at that beautiful oyster.
Oh, that's awesome.
And you dip it in a little horseradish. You could drop it in your Bloody Mary mix and have a nice little oyster shot to start the morning.
Great. Okay. Now I want to talk about some of the other items on the menu at CoCo's Sunset Grill. What else do you guys have? And tell us a little bit about, what you specialize in.
Our specialty, without a doubt, is shrimp. We're right on Lazaretto Creek at Lazaretto Creek Marina, and they're boats docked right outside of our building, and they come in every single day full of shrimp. So we've got shrimp all over the menu. Steamed, fried, buffalo. I'm going to start sounding like Forrest Gump a little bit. But they come in at least twice a day, and they're beautiful. And this time of year is perfect because you can do oysters and shrimp. The seafood's just fantastic on Tybee right now.
Okay. Now, is this the best way to prepare oysters for folks at home? Maybe they're kind of considering trying them. Is this the best way to try an oyster for the first time?
Absolutely. You want to be really, really careful with oysters. Make sure you get them from a safe place. If you definitely want to steam them at first. A lot of people eat them raw, but you've got to be careful with that. So I suggest steaming them, getting them good and open. Even this one's not quite as steamed as a lot of people like it, but it's a great way to taste it. But I really suggest an oyster roast for the first time because there's so many people around you that can teach you everything, and it gives you an opportunity to try it in all sorts of different ways.
I like mine on a saltine with a little bit of cocktail sauce, maybe some Tabasco sauce, and some horseradish. That's what I like.
That is definitely the most popular.
That's how I like it.
And some people like to dip it into a little bit of lemon butter.
Ooh,
that's some of my favorite too, when it's nice and hot right off the fire.
All right.
So that's a good way to have them.
Well, thank you so much for being on the show. We really appreciate it.
Well, thank you for having me.
Well, CoCo's Sunset Grill is located on Old US Highway 80 on Tybee Island. And for more information, just call 912-786-7810.